Welcome back, everybody, and this stream was long overdue. And yeah, so last time I had scheduled this stream, but I had a power outage, a local power outage, and after that, the weather hasn't been very kind. At my place, it's like 42 degrees during daytime, and at night time. Well, it's slightly better sometimes. So today I was up around like in the middle of the night, and I decided that I might as well complete this stream. So here we are at Bologna in Italy, and we're going to be flying down south to Brindisi. It's a 1 hour 45-minute flight, but I'm going to try and cut it short by using a FSI panel. I haven't used a FSI panel with the 737, and I'm not sure whether it's compatible with this one or not. I have used it with the A320 and the 777. So let's get on with it. We're the only ones around. It's an odd time for any controllers to be online and of any users. So here we are, parked at stand number 109 at Bologna. It's quite a beautiful scenery, very green, lush green, and some hills towards that side. And we have a tram or a train, sky train, Marconi Express. Yeah, this airport is Guglielmo Marconi Airport at Bologna, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's just go forward. Here we are. This is a Ryanair Boeing 737-800, and it's powered up. Let's try SimBrief. I just updated it to version 4.0. Let's see what it does. It's supposed to give us an invoice now. And look, wow, look at that. A new interface. Okay, let's reload the SimBrief flight plan. To Brindisi, 140 passengers, and right request refueling. Use airplane stairs. No, use airport stairs. Let's use airport stairs. ARE group, fine. That's the only choice we have. Fuel truck operator, carb oil, Anycom, G8 aviation, total, fine. It's just going to choose on its own. Okay, I won't load the aircraft. Okay, let's request data from SimBrief. Yeah, so it's going to take us 1 hour 35 minutes. But I'm going to try and cut it short from northern central Italy to southeastern Italy, near the tip, near the heel. Okay, so there we go. Carb oil. Okay, I won't. So yeah, we are Ryanair 3774. It's a real life flight. And yeah, LIPE. The airport at Bologna is LIPE. Gate 109. Not in database. Okay, fine. Yes, I'll just do that. Let me request the flight plan. Yep. Select fuel. There you go. Select the payload. Oops. Select the payload and select the route. So loading up the fuel. What's he doing? Is he drinking coffee? Okay. Yeah, route uplink ready. So Ryanair 3774, Brindisi, and yeah, let's have a look. Just check the waypoints. So we'll be taking, if we go to the OFP, cost index I set it at 20. I don't want to go really slow, so right. Steps, we'll be cruising at 35,000 feet, but at Uvoca we need to come down to 19,000 feet. So let's have a look at the waypoints. Peleg, Bagno, Ligno, Rupax, and then this VOR, Victor India Echo, Uvoca, that's where we come down, Dulon, and let's have a look at the Peleg, Bagno, Ligno, Rupax, the Victor in India Echo, VOR, Uvoca and Dulon. So let's activate, execute. Right. Since the power is on and we need to turn on the APU as well, irises are aligned, right. You can turn this to PPAUSE if you want. Hydraulic pumps can turn on. We are on ground power. Okay. Carb oil available, invoice for carb oil available. Okay, there we go. So let's have a look at the invoice. Refueling completed, okay. Oh, where's the invoice? Carb oil invoice, let's have a look. It's Ryanair Limited, carb oil provider, CEO Ryanair. Product type jet A1, so you got the A1 jet fuel, 1,395 gallons, 20th of May 2026, Bologna Banale. Defuel method. Okay, so you had extra. Okay, right, good. Wow, it's a full invoice. $2,612.18. Wow. Nice, that's nice. Okay, let's just go back. Oh, close it. Let's request the boarding. Okay, and I should turn on the APU. One, and sorry, my click spots, I hate it. Oh, somebody subscribed. Thank you for subscribing and welcome to the stream. Thanks a lot. I just missed the username, missed the notification. I'm on a single monitor setup, but thanks for subscribing. Okay, so we've got the APU on, and it's going to turn on, come back down to the EGD is going to come back down, then we'll have the generators to turn on, right? So what do I have to do now? Yes, so the refueling done, seatbelt signs are going to go on, right? And payload, fuel truck, other passengers loading. They should be coming out anytime. Okay, so the stairs are getting fixed. Attach, push back tug. Yeah, do that, do that. Passengers, loaders and carts.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Doesn't sound very Italian, does he? So pause in it. And how's my volume? Is my volume loud enough? Yeah, it seems to be loud enough. So here we go. Passengers coming. There we go. While they're boarding, I must continue with my flows. So FMC data. Parking brake. I need to turn on the parking brake. Just a minute. Press the pedals and press the parking brake button. There you go. Parking brake set. FMC. Let me bring on my HOTAS onto front of me. Just a minute. Now, after we choose the route, we go to the departure arrival page. Departure arrival. Our departure is going to be from runway 30, and we're taking the Peleg 7 Zulu departure as shown on the flight plan over here. I hate it when this does when it scrolls to the bottom. There we go. Let me go down here. Peleg 7. No, it's before the weights. Peleg 7, runway 30. And our arrival will be Dolon to Yankee at Brindisi, runway 31. So activate that. Go back to the index, arrival. So we have VORDME. Let's use our ILS. Let's use the ILS. Let's make it simple. Nothing complicated. Runway 31 and Dolon to Yankee. No transition. There is a transition here. Let me have a look at my charts. Give me a minute, guys. Let me just okay, off the passengers are boarding, generators on. We can turn on the bleed for the passengers, air conditioning, and just get it running. Okay. Yeah, let me turn on my Navigraph charts app and attach the Simlink. Flight, import flight from Simbrief. I'll put it on the screen in a minute. Alright, and Simlink. Let's put that up also, and then I'll show you guys. Right, we are Come on. Something. Flight data. Okay. There we go. Symlink. Okay. Right. Let me put that up on the screen if I can. Hello there. GX330 official. Hi there. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your flight. And I'm going to try and make it a shorter flight rather than a 1 hour 45-minute flight, because I also have to get ready because for me it's like 2:47 a.m. at my place, so I have to go get ready at around 4 o'clock and go for work. But let's get on with it. So here's the navigation chart, here's a flight plan, and we've chosen for our arrival, we've chosen runway 31, or actually SimBrief has chosen that for us. Our approach, the one that I chose was ILS runway 31, right? Was it this one? Or was it something else? ILS 31, this one, yeah, this one from Dulon to Yankee. Yeah. And then we have this. This is BCS2. So we basically overfly the airport and then come around, or we have this BCS1. Let me have a look at the chat. Yeah, if you're into flight simming, you should start using SimBrief. It's pretty handy, especially if you're going to fly on VATSIM. Yeah, they require proper route. But I think the older versions, like P3D users, used to use something known as PBX or something. I'm not sure about it. I've never used it. So here we are. We have these two transitions. What should I use? What's the difference? One has a widest turnaround circle, the other one has a... Why don't I just use the normal? Why can't I just use the without any? Just use BCS1. Let's just add that to the route. It's the Brindisi VOR. If overfly that and come on to the final, right, that's fine. Fine, good. But I don't know whether we're allowed to overfly the airport at a low altitude. It's fine. BCS1, so let's go back to our FMC. And I think boarding has been completed. Has it? Seems to be the case. The carts are, loaders are detaching. Okay, we're getting late, so BCS1 will do and execute. Departure, arrival done. Routes done. Right, perfinite. Zero fuel weight, reserves. Okay, let me have a look at my... Oh my, why does this do that? Okay, reserves. FMC info. FinRes plus alternate 2.6 tons. So we'll do 2.7. 2.7 here. Cost index was 20. Sorry, I was supposed to add the cost index first. Flight level is 35,000 feet, 350. Cruise winds we can get from the legs page. Flight legs or flight log. Top of climb It's 019067. 019067. That's a cruise wind. Outside air temperature at that time will be, and at that point, minus 55. Let's leave it at minus 56 or minus 54. Execute. Must execute every time. Right, so N1 limit. Now for this we'll need the performance calculator, unless we can use some external one. Okay, that's the airport. Borho Panale, Panehale or Panegale, how do you pronounce it? But it's supposed to be Guglielmo Marconi, if I'm not mistaken. So runway 30, import weather, QNH 1023, calculate. Right. So we're going to do a flaps 5 takeoff, acceleration height. It's an NADP 2 departure. So that's, if I'm not mistaken. So select temperature 41, derated to takeoff 1, derated to takeoff 1. And 41. That's not much of a flex, is it? Because the outside air temperature is 70. That's all right. And flaps 5. CG. CG seems to be, the trim seems to be a bit, yeah, it's almost there. 140, 141, 146. So 140, 141, 146, done. Takeoff performance done, and let me write this down on my paper. I always print out a load sheet on my, when I do a 140, 141. We rotate at 141 and 146. And if I can get the charts back up again. I don't use this tablet while I'm streaming for the charts because it takes a long time to load at times. So I'll just put the charts back up on my OBS. So let's go back here. So, So what was I supposed to do? 35,000 feet. Yeah, just a minute. I need the airport chart. We are parked at gate 109. So let's consider this a taxi and takeoff briefing. We're going to push back facing southeast and on to taxiway. It doesn't say which taxi it is. Tango and Tango 3 or Tango Yankee. Let's have a look at that. And departure heading is 2904. 2904 degrees. That's our departure heading. If we turn off the chart, turn off the, go back to the map. 109, push back on Zulu all the way till this point is this intersection, and then we can go to Tango and Tango Yankee. Is it Tango Yankee or Kilo? Zulu, Tango and Kilo for runway 30. We can also use Juliet. Let's just go Zulu, then onto Tango, and then onto Juliet. Let's do that. That's our taxi briefing. For departure, we'll be using this Peleg 7 Zulu, transition 6,000 feet. Departure heading 293 and at above 2400 feet we should be above at this fix. Papa Echo 611 and then Papa Echo 604. Again we need to climb really fast above 6000. Another restriction, and then there's a third restriction, Papa Echo 614. I think there's some terrain over here, mountains, and Papa Echo 608 for flight level 120, and then down to Bologna. Right, good. That takes care of our departure briefing, but I just want to see if we have the correct fixes or waypoints, starting from Papa Echo 611, 604, 614, 608. Let's have a look at that. If I have that in the FMC, so sorry, down here, legs page, 611, 604, 614, 608, and Peleg. Do we have any discontinuity? It's not a problem, the discontinuity, you just have to vector yourselves. Seems to be fine. Leg space seems to be fine. And okay. Lights test. Quickly. They all seem to be working, all the bulbs are fine. Right, oxygen test, oxygen mask test. Done. EFIS setup. Traffic. Terrain. Are we supposed to turn on the terrain radar at the stand? I'm not sure. Barometric pressure is, let me check my, that's a vpilot dot wx libe 1023. The weather is Cabo K 1023. So here we go, 102 and 3. 1023. Right. Since it's departure acceleration height is 3000 feet and the runway, sorry, the airport elevation is 123 feet, we'll use 3123 feet. Oh, that's going to take long. That's going to take long. Oh, setting the MF ray really takes a long time. ,000 feet. I'll just have a look at the chart. Just a minute. I'm just trying to get this to 3123 feet, unless there's a shortcut to it. 3000. Here we go. Let's just do this over here. I think I need to zoom in a bit. 3123 feet, that's I'm afraid. And what's in the chat? Gaming on one ping. Welcome. Hi there. And I hope you enjoy your stream. Your flight, sorry. Okay, so MF set, right. And QNH set. Trim has to be set. Trim was, if I remember correctly, 5.66 or 5.64, 5.65. So let's set the trim, Control 5, and then we use 5.65. So here we are. trim set. Trim set and minimum set. Right, your damper should be on. Getting ready. Displays, well, fuel pumps all on. Fuel pumps are all on. Battery guarded. Let's go through this quickly. Refueling, yeah, seatbelt signs are on. Window heat should be on by now. Yeah, should be on by now. Probe heat as required. Not right now. Cabin altitude check. Cabin climb check. And air temperature, passenger recirculation fan, left, right, backs, auto, isolation valve open, engine bleed both on, APU is on. So flight altitude 350, 35,000 feet. 35,000 feet. There we go. And yeah, our landing altitude, Brindisi is at 46 feet, so we can just put in 50 feet. That takes care of that. MCP, need to set up the MCP, mode control panel. Flight directors on. Clear to cruise altitude, 35,000 feet. And 293 is our departure. 294, 293, 293. Let's do 293. Yes, V2 is 146. 146. MCP setup. Almost set up. Fuel flow reset. Done. Auto brake to RTO. Speed brake is retracted. Flaps are up. Thrust is idle. Parking brake is set. Engine fuel switches are on cutoff position. Stabilization, stab trim up and guarded, and overheat detector, normal radio setup. Oh yes, radio, very important. We're on VATSIM. Yeah, 122 decimal 8. Although there's no one around. So 121 500. 121,500, right. So radio setup. Navrad, I don't think we need to tune into any VOR right now. Weather radar, yep. Turn on the weather radar on this side. And you can go here and choose WX and terrain, weather radar and terrain on the right side. Next we need to set the transponder, alt off, 2000, squawk 2000, with this tooltip. Squawking 2000. Right. Transponder set, squawk 2000, trim check. Rudder trim is 0. Stabilizer trim guarded. Flight deck door auto. Flight deck door auto. Stabilizer trim guarded. Right. And now we can start a pushback procedure. Let me make a radio call. Bologna traffic, Ryanair 3774, pushing back at gate 109, facing southeast on Zulu. Brindisi traffic, Bologna traffic. Okay, let's get the pushback done. Prepare for pushback departure. Let's turn on the light. Yeah, let's. It's going to close automatically, I think. Should close automatically. No, let's close them all. Yes. Door management, close all. Come on, airster, detach. Airster isn't detaching. Buggy. Is it buggy? GSX is giving problems, is it? Just a minute. Interrupt pushback. No, don't interrupt the pushback. Yes, it's expensive. Okay. I need to reset the position. I need to restart GSX again. Main menu. Yes, interrupt pushback. Here we go. Now I'll start closing the. I'll start to close all doors. There we go. And now I can start my pushback procedure all over again. Better late than never. Right, and let's set the departure 293. Two nine three. There we go. Is he coming? Oh yeah, forgot to remove the ground powered unit. I hope we're on generators, APU generators, and let's remove the ground power, ground connections. Remove chocks. Use airplane. No, we don't need to use stairs. No, we don't. No, I don't. What's the matter with this? Why do I need to use airport stairs? And yes, GPU, yeah, disconnected. Finally, we are. Beacon light on. I prefer the Phoenix because that's fully integrated with GSX. Now she sounds a bit more Italian than the first one. Okay, now pushback. IFR clearance. No, there's no ATC, so we can't request that. APU has been started. Ground services have been disconnected. Squawk is set. And chocks are removed. Pre-flight checklist call. Oxygen tested. Navigation transmitter display switch is normal auto. Window heat on. Pressurization selector auto. Flight instruments heading. Altimeter set. Parking brake set. Engine start levers are cut off position, and one final check. Fuel pumps are on. Good. Pushback truck call, push and start request, left and right backs off. Facing west non-standard, facing east R1 standard. Yes, just use that. Facing east, southeast. Release the parking brakes. Here we go. There we go. We're on our way. So now we go up to the ground. Oh, engine. Waiting for 25%. And here we go. Introduce fuel. Here comes N2. Is N1? N1. There we go. Set. It's done. Stabilized at 19-20%. Oil, fuel flow, not yet. N2 rising. And here we go. Right. Introduce fuel. Nice. There we go. Engine start confirmed. Good engine start. Yeah.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
And okay, so after start and engine generators on. That's nice. Fine. APU off. Engine start switches to continuous. Probe heat. Must not forget the probe heat. Left right backs auto isolation valve or APU bleed off. Flaps set to takeoff position. There goes the tow truck. And here she comes with the pins, bypass pins. Now she's going to wave and say, have a good trip. Good. Nice. So now we can get on with the pre-taxi flows. So flaps to takeoff position, which is a flaps 5 takeoff. 1, 2, 5. and the before taxi checklist. Generators are on, probe heat is on, empty ice as required, we don't need it. Isolation valve auto, engine start switches are continuous. Recall, let's check recall. Checked, thank God, nothing, no warnings. Auto brake RTO, engine start levers at idle detent. Flight controls, must check these. Status, right. Ground equipment is clear. Taxi clearance request. Turn off lights, taxi lights on. Let's do that. Taxi lights on, turn off lights on. Parking brake will be released in a minute. Let me just give a radio call. We had to taxi via, what was it? Zulu, Yankee, no, Zulu, Tango and Juliet. Zulu, Tango and Juliet. So let's do that. Bologna traffic, Ryanair 3774, taxiing to runway 30 via Zulu, Tango and Juliet. Bologna traffic. Taxi light on, runway tunnel light on, and let's release the parking brake. And takeoff configuration warning checked. Checked, no configuration warning, no conflict. And we're on our way. We'll go on to Tango from here. I made some changes to my rudder reactiveness, but it doesn't seem to have any effect. Still very, very sensitive. There we go. Speed up a bit. Quite slow. Quite slow. Should go at least 10 knots ground speed. Which one is this? Is this Juliet? That's Juliet. That's a off ramp or on ramp. Slow down here. We'll just stop here. So for entering the runway. Stop here. So bright. It's just before takeoff checklist. Taxi lights should go off at this point. Sorry. Taxi lights should go off. Strobe lights should go on. Landing lights to on. Come on. Auto throttle should be armed. LNAV on. LNAV on. Transponder to Tara. Transponder to Tara. Right. And that's the before takeoff checklist complete. Bologna traffic, Ryanair 3774, lining up runway 30, Bologna traffic. Let's just go. Some thrust. Do we have enough runway? We're carrying 140 passengers, and yeah, do we have enough runway? 6.9 tons of fuel. Go outside view. Where's the windsock? I can't see the windsock. No windsock here. Surprising. Some airport sceneries don't have the windsock. Oh, there it is. There's the windsock. Slightly. Yeah, winds are not that high, but slightly crosswind, slightly headwind. Here we go. Let's stop here. And now finally the taxi lights can come on. Hold the brakes. Chrono on. Bologna traffic, Ryanair 3774, departing runway 30, Bologna traffic. Okay. Yoke forward, 40% and 1. It's 44%, okay, whatever. Toga. Rotate, rotate, rotate. That's very jerk. Command A. Let's go up to nice. That's nice. Nice. Okay, coming up to no, there's still some time. Lovely scenery, lovely Italian countrysides, northern Italian, north central Italian countryside. Oh, MFRA, bug up to the flap retraction speed. Flaps 2, flaps 1. Let's go down to N1, VNAV, sorry. Holding on flaps 1. and flaps up. Right, coming up to transition altitude. Isn't this the transition altitude? It is. Set standard. Set heading 186. And now after takeoff checklist, gear up and off. IS as required, flaps are up, gear off, auto brake off, engine start switches can go off now. Coming up to 10,000 feet, landing lights go off, and yeah. Landing lights off. Logo lights off, seatbelt signs as required. Let's release the passengers. Okay, I'm going to try and use FSI panel to, once we reach the top of climb, I'm going to try and use FSI panel for skipping ahead if I can, if this aircraft is supported with that feature on FSI panel. Oh yeah, Bologna traffic, Ryanair 3774, airborne, Bologna traffic. Right. Okay, and just need to have a sip of water. I'll be back while you guys enjoy the outside view. Alright, 21,000 feet. Where is our top of climb? How much more till here? Oh, that's a long way off. Yeah, low cost index, that's what happens. So we're almost at the end of our departure, Sid. We're approaching waypoint Peleg. So look over here, Bagno. Okay, now we're going on to Bagno. Peleg is, we just flew past it. One, 6, 5, 6, 8. I think the Boeing has a much better performance, climb performance, and I mean the 737NG than the Airbus. Airbus I think is more fuel efficient. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Boeing 737-700 and 800 really climb really fast, more so than the A320 family. But more and more airlines are switching to the 737 now, MAX or NG. I don't know why. Let's see if Nightbot's working. Route. Let's see what Nightbot says. Yep, there we are. Are these Apennine Mountains? Apennine Mountain Range. A bit hazy tonight. Yeah, I've set the simulator time to daylight so that when we touch down it's still daylight, it's not dark. Although flying at night has its advantages in the simulator, but when I do the replays I still have to set it to dusk, dawn or daylight. Otherwise you can't see anything in the replays. Yeah, so that's the disadvantage. But otherwise the runway lights, approach lights, they look very nice at night during the dark hours, night time. But during the daylight you can at least watch the plane landing out from the outside view or the drone camera view, which you can't do during the night time. So almost at 30,000 feet, and I can limit the bank angle to and the heading should be 100. So we have this till this point, till this VOR, Victor India Echo, we'll be at cruise level. At Uvoca, we should go down to flight level 194. Yeah. This 163 nautical miles, 34. Okay. Right. Before descent, arrival charts prepare. Descent check, forecast setup, fix setup, legs check, navrad set, course set. Let's do that then. While we reach the top of climb, we can have a look at the charts. So we'll be coming from via the Dulon to Yankee. Dulon to Yankee, which one is it? Dulon to Yankee. From Dulon to BCS, which is the Casale VOR, radial 306. That's it. That's the star, I guess. Yeah, Dulon to intercept radial 306 inbound to BCS. Fine. From Dulon, 4,000 feet, I guess. And for the approach plate, we have this runway 31, ILS localizer, Brindisi. The frequency, let me note it down, is going to be 109.55. The identifier is India Bravo Romeo November. Course is 313. And at DME 6.2, we should be, that's a final approach fix at 2,000 feet. And we should pass over the BCS VOR at 4,000 feet. Okay. 1,000 to go. Okay, fine. Missed approach. Proceed on track 313 until intercepting and follow radial 310 BCS. Track 310, climbing to 2,500 feet to Lomef, which is straight ahead, and join holding. So we'll be coming here, turning around, flying over the VOR, and then coming on to final. I think we shouldn't fly over the VOR. I should just vector myself onto Noglu. This is the at 3,500 feet. No? There's no terrain here, so I can do that. Let's see. Now that's the, and for arrival, after arriving we should exit to the right, Sol taxiway Alpha, then we come back and cross runway 31 again via Alpha and Echo and onto the apron. Should we go through apron 3? Let's see. But in any ways, we have to vacate to the right. Right. So let's just put that off. We are at the top of climb and (118). Right. Now let's see if a FSI panel can work with this aircraft. Let me turn on my FSI panel. I can't show you it right now, but no airport selected. Let's select airport LIBR, Lima, India, Bravo and Romeo. That's Casale, Brindisi Casale. Select airport. Select runway 31. And yeah, position. Okay, just let me have a look at the FMC. We are going to be going to Victor India Echo. That's it. Yep. Position. Select fix. Slew aircraft. Okay, slew aircraft. Does it work? I hope it works. I don't think it works on the PMDG 737. I don't think so. Let's see if I can just... It's not giving me any indication that it works. If I do Voca, no, if I do this and put it here without executing, oh, it works. It does work. Oh yes, it does work. Ooh. It does work. Okay, so we've jumped ahead. Alright. Alright. Save some time. FSI panel does work with the 737NG. And we are near the top of descent. Let's get cracking. Okay. So descent checklist. We need to get the forecast done. Down here. Descent, forecast, request winds. Let's set the descent altitude to 4,000 feet. Let's first descend to 15,000 feet and then we'll go down. On 19,000 feet. Let's just do that. 19,000 feet. Okay. FMC message. Yes, load it. 250-150-6000. Okay, execute. Although I usually do it 300, 200 and 100, but I'm not doing it right now. ISA is, and QNH should be 1018. So 1018. Execute. Forecast done. Then we need to get the init ref or progress page. We'll be losing 0.4 tons of fuel, so that means we can shave off 4.4, 6.62.3. Yeah. I need the landing performance. Let's have a look. Landing en route. Select runway 31. Flap config 40. Import from aircraft. Reverses all op. All op. Calculate. With auto brake 3 we should be able to, yeah, that's fine. So 143 is a VREF. We'll do this and we'll do this. 143. There we go. A bit high, isn't it? Right. Minimums have to be set almost reaching the top of descent. Minimums from the charts are minimums decision altitude ILS 315. 315. And here we go, we're at the top of descent, descending now. Right about now. There we go. Retard, retard. $315. Minimum set. Started a descent. To 19,000 feet. We have a nice tailwind, 38 knots. Still a long way to go. It's almost 10 to 4. I must speed up. Have to get ready. Okay, let's set the NavRad, navigational radios. Courses are 313. Course 313. Frequency is 109.55. Frequency set. Another 3 minutes to Avoca. It's a long way off. I wish I could warp over to Brindisi. Let's do the fixes. Legs, do I have runway 31? Yes, runway 31, Romeo Whiskey 31. Fix. Four nautical mile, 10 nautical mile, and another one for 15 nautical miles so that I know when I have to slow down. Fix, done. Arrival barometric pressure is 1018, I guess. Minimum set. Approach reference check. Auto brake, very important. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, descent checklist call. VNAV descent profile, we're a bit high on the profile. Bank angle selector is set to 30 because we're below flight level 300. Recall check. Fine. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to fly over the VOR at Brindisi. I'm not going to fly over to BCS. Just go direct to Noglu after Dulon. Yeah. Drag required. Oh, drag required. Drag. Drag required, drag is there. Let's descend further to 3,500 feet and set the local QNH. Which is 1018. 1018. One zero one eight. One zero one eight. Let's go down. I'm going to bypass the SID, the star, sorry. I'm going to bypass the star. Direct to no glue. Here we go. Direct to no glue. Right. A bit quite low on the profile, but it's okay. As long as we're not high on the profile. That's the misapproach procedure. Holding. Alrighty then. I want to land as quickly as possible. Baron Rojo, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your appreciation. Thank you. All right. Come on, come on. I'm just going to vector myself a bit to the right. Yep, a bit to the right. 132. Yeah. Keep it coming down, keep it coming down. There it is. That's Brindisi, I guess. That's the Brindisi, the runways. Sorry about that. On profile, fuel pumps checked, transition altitude set, transition altitude barometer set, ILS should be identified here. It's the correct identifier. QNH, run it. A bit high, yeah. I should have set it to 1018. It was on standard. Going to go here and then take a U-turn, come back. Approaching 10,000 feet, and that should be our cue for getting the passengers back into their seats and strapped up. $11,000. $10,000. Almost 10,000. 10,700. Landing lights can come on. Here we go, slowing down. And there's the airport right below us. No, over there. 31, runway 31, vacate to the right and onto the apron. Where's the apron? There's the apron. There's apron 1, there's the other apron. Otherwise we'll come down from here and go to this apron. Where? Right. But first we have to land. There we go. It's going to catch up with the profile. Speed brakes. Speed brakes. Speed brakes off. Any restrictions on our speed? 240, no restrictions as such, except on the final 148. What's my init ref? 143, that's fine. No, come on. I want to land, I want to get ready for and go to work. And after I land, I'm going to yeah, play the replays, and after that I'll end the stream. So yeah, that's how I usually do my streams. I'm not going to do the whole shutdown parking. I'm going to do the parking, but not the whole shutdown thingy. Come on, come on, come on. Arm. FMC speed, okay. FMC speed. And now I should do speed intervent. And go down to up speed. It's very slow at descending. Bit high on the profile, quite high on the profile. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go vertical speed. But first, let me get the first notch of flaps up. Flaps down, I mean. Flaps 1. Okay, and vertical speed 2000 feet. Let's do 3000 feet. And down. Slow down. First turn right. Approach. Okay, 2000. Let's just do 3000 and use the approach mode armed. Oh, sorry, not the bang angle. Heading 313. Oh, I hate this. Approach mode is armed. Localizer captured. Good. I can set the runway heading 313. Good. Let's set it down to 2,000 feet and then. Oh no, actually not 2,000 feet, not yet. Just hold the altitude. Brindisi traffic, Ryanair 3774, 15 mile final for runway 31, Brindisi traffic. Ooh, look, bumpy ride. I hope I can land. I hope I don't have to go around, although I should if I can't land. Okay. It's 15 mile. Let's cycle the waypoints. Yeah, it's doing that. Let the glide slope come, and let's reduce to flaps 1 speed. Reduce to flaps 1 speed. Runway in sight. Flaps 5. Let me start the replay recorder. FSI panel can go off. Start the recording. Brindisi traffic, Ryanair 3774 on 10 mile final, runway 31, Brindisi traffic. Now I must remember that's the runway and that's the taxiway. Okay, that's the runway, that's the taxiway. In case I forget. Come on, come on. I'm going to slow down. Flaps 5 speed.
2500.
Yep, 2500. Glide slope captured. Come on, slow down, slow down. Set the missed approach altitude to 2500. Done. Everything's set except for the flaps. Come on, come on. Getting the gear down. The easiest way to slow down in a simulator is get the gear down. Going to flaps 15. Speed brakes can go off now. Speed brakes armed. Slow down to flaps 15 speed. And flaps 30. Flaps 30. Brindisi traffic, Ryanair 3774, short final, runway 31. Brindisi traffic. And flaps 40, that's it. And now I should land. Oh, no, just keep it there, keep it there, keep it there. Flaps 40, that's good. It's windy. Go down, go down. Come on. Up, bit up. Come on, come on, come on. Landing in Brindisi. It's a bit windy, like. Nice, smooth touchdown, I hope.
Plus 100.
Yep, plus 100. Coming to minimums. Come on the peppies, on the peppies, on the peppies. Right, a bit low, a bit low. Bit low, a bit low. Come on, down, down, down.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Yeah, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, 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 yes. Come on, come on, go, yes. Reverses. With auto brake 3, it slows down pretty fast. Reverses idle. 60 knots, auto brake off. Can we take this taxiway? Is it big enough for us? I think it should be big enough for us, no? Reverses stood. Should be big enough. And welcome to Brindisi Casale, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your flight. Here we go. Low cost Ryanair flight. Budget carrier. So, yeah, but I used a high cost index. I used a cost index of 20. Okay, flaps up. Auto brake off. Flight directors off. Okay, now let me just turn on the APU. I forgot to turn on the taxi light. Silly me. Silly me. And there we go. There we go. Let's just stop here, do the after landing flows. Okay. APU comes on. Landing lights go off. Turn off light, runway turn off lights go off. Transponder goes to alt off. Or XPDR mode, whatever they call it. Okay, now let's have a look at the parking. GSX. Select from the map, yes please. I cannot, you guys can't see where I am because I'm using the map. I have to cross all the way, yeah, Alpha Echo. Let's just do stand number 3203 on Bravo. Alpha Echo Bravo. Select. No, follow me. Okay, Aeroporto di Puglia. That's it. Right. Brindisi traffic, Ryanair 3774. Taxiing to stand number 208 via Alpha Echo and Bravo. Brindisi traffic. So we'll be crossing a runway again, and let's stop the chrono. Supposed to stop the chrono. Auto throttle. Well, if you like the landing, please leave a like. It helps. It sort of encourages me to, do live streams whenever I can. I'm not very regular at this, but it does help me. It does encourage me. Although this channel is not yet monetized, it's over a decade-old channel. I don't think it will ever be monetized, but in any case, it's just something to do. It's just a hobby. Okay, 28 knots is fine. Ground speed of 28 knots. Let's do the trim into the green. The trim is in the green. Fine, good. Crossing runway. Which one is it? Not this one. It's up ahead. It's runway 2105. Okay, let's slow down a bit. Let's turn on the landing lights. Turn off lights. Tara again. Let's go down here. Tara. Brindisi traffic, Ryanair 3774, crossing runway 21 via taxiway Alpha Echo. Brindisi traffic. Let's just quickly cross the runway. There we go. And we can turn off the strobe lights, everything. And Tara can go back to XPDR or whatever mode it is. So block this taxiway. Alright. Where am I going? Where is my parking? Where's my apron? Just a minute. Where's my apron? Where's the apron? Okay. Back on 3-1? No. Where am I? Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Where am I? Let me see my charts. Navigraph charts. I am supposed to be. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Okay. I missed the taxiway and I wasn't supposed to cross that. Oh, fine. I'll just warp myself over there. Just warp. Warp. Warp, 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 warp. Warp me there. Just warp me there. There we go. There we go. Because I'm sorry guys, I had to do this because I have to get ready and go. So here we are. And now I'll just stop the replay recording. And I'll play the replays. And then I'll end the stream. Okay? So we are. Right, let's load the replays. Disconnect from VATSIM. Let's go.